Welcome to The Hidden Waterfall Soft Embrace, a tranquil and immersive audio experience crafted to guide you toward a restful and peaceful sleep. If you find yourself soothed by this journey and would like to discover more stories like it, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more calming content. Before we embark on Silas's journey to the Whispering Canyons, where a luminous pool awaits, we'll begin with a gentle breathing guidance to help you settle in and release any tension. If you'd prefer to skip straight to the story, you can find the timestamps for each chapter in the description below. This will lead you to the very heart of the canyon, to the soft sounds of the falling water and the calm it brings. Let's find a comfortable position where you can completely relax. Allow your body to sink into the surface beneath you, feeling fully supported and at ease. Take a moment to adjust your pillow or blankets, creating a space that is perfect for rest. This is your time to let go of the day and invite a sense of quiet and calm into your evening. Allow the gentle rhythms and imagery of the Whispering Canyons to wash over you, guiding you into a deeper state of relaxation. We will focus on slow breathing and calming visualizations throughout this audio journey, ensuring maximum relaxation for your rest. Now, let's begin with a soothing breath. Gently inhale through your nose, feeling the air fill your lungs with ease and comfort. Imagine this air, cool and fresh, as the very mist rising from the waterfall. Then exhale softly through your mouth, like a gentle sigh of contentment. Feel your body softening and letting go of any remaining tension with each exhale. With each breath, envision the towering canyon walls surrounding you, their ancient stones holding centuries of stories and peace. Notice the play of light and shadow, the delicate patterns formed by nature's hands. If your mind starts to wander, that's completely natural. Simply let your thoughts drift by, like clouds passing across the sky, and then gently guide your attention back to your breath or the sound of my voice. There's nothing you need to do right now except listen and allow the story to gently cradle you into a peaceful rest. Focus on the gentle sound of the waterfall and let it carry away all the worries, all the doubts, and all the lingering stress of the day, leaving only calm and peacefulness behind. Allow your breath to sink to the gentle rush of the water, a steady rhythm that flows into stillness. Now, let's begin our exploration of the Whispering Canyons. Chapter 1. The Weary Traveler. The desert sun, a gentle, honeyed orb in the late afternoon sky, cast long, soft shadows across the cracked earth as Silas approached the mouth of the Whispering Canyons. He'd journeyed for days, the relentless sun beating down upon him, and now, as he stood at the edge of this ancient chasm, a sense of quiet anticipation settled within him. His maps, usually so precise and demanding, seemed to soften at the edges, reflecting the gentle light that now painted the canyon walls. He felt a pull, not of urgency, but of a soft, inviting rest, as if the canyons themselves were beckoning him. The air grew cooler as he stepped beneath the overhanging rocks, the dry, dusty heat of the desert, giving way to a subtle breeze carrying the faint scent of damp earth and something else, something fresh and green that whispered of hidden springs. He allowed his gaze to wander over the canyon walls, noting the intricate patterns formed by the wind and time, each groove and swirl telling its own silent story. It was as if the canyons had absorbed the noise of the outside world, holding only quiet echoes and peaceful whispers. Silas felt a strange lightness in his chest, a sense of letting go, as if the canyons were gently cradling his weariness. He found a small alcove tucked into the side of the canyon, a natural shelter where the shadows deepened and the wind seemed to sigh with contentment. He carefully unfurled his worn blanket, laying it out on the soft sandy floor, and then began to arrange his few belongings. The sounds of his movements were quiet and deliberate, as if he were afraid to disturb the peace of this place. He set down his cartographer's tools, each carefully wrapped and stored, the precision of his maps momentarily forgotten, and he knew with a sense of deep certainty that for now, this alcove was his sanctuary. As he sat back, leaning against the cool rock, he noticed how the canyon walls seemed to absorb the light of the setting sun, turning the harsh desert landscape into a tapestry of soft, warm colors. Hues of orange, lavender, and rose blended together, creating a gentle gradient of color that soothed the eye. Silas watched, mesmerized, as the light shifted and danced on the stone, feeling the day's tension slowly melt away. He stretched out his legs, feeling the gentle pull of exhaustion, and smiled softly, letting out a slow breath of relief. The silence that enveloped him was profound, yet not empty. It was filled with subtle sounds, the rustling of unseen creatures in the brush, the gentle sigh of the wind as it moved through the rocks, and, if he listened carefully, the very faintest whisper of falling water. Silas closed his eyes for a moment, taking a deep breath, and felt a wave of calm wash over him. He felt as though he had been traveling for so long and had never given himself the time to just be. He reached into his pack and pulled out a small, well-worn book of poetry. The pages felt soft and familiar, and he began to read in a low, gentle voice, his words mixing with the soft sounds of the canyon. The verses spoke of nature's rhythms, of gentle dawns and peaceful dusks, of the quiet strength of the earth, the rhythm matching the steady beat of his own heart. Each word was like a small, comforting balm settling over his weary soul. As the sun finally dipped below the canyon's rim, the air cooled even further, and a soft mist began to rise from the earth. Silas wrapped himself in his blanket, feeling the comforting weight settle over him. He observed the soft internal glow of the fireflies as they emerged, their gentle light seeming to echo the promise of the hidden waterfall he sought. He turned his gaze towards the star-sprinkled sky and smiled. A sense of profound peace settled over Silas, the day's weariness gently replaced by a feeling of quiet contentment. He closed his eyes and listened to the soft whisper of the canyon, allowing the gentle sounds to carry him into a state of deep, restful calm, and drifted off to sleep, his mind filled with the hope of discovery and the promise of solace to come. Chapter 2: Echoes in the Canyon. Silas awoke to the soft golden light of dawn filtering into his alcove. The air was cool and crisp, carrying with it the fresh, earthy scent he had noticed the evening before, now infused with a delicate hint of blooming wildflowers. He stretched languidly, feeling the subtle release of any remaining tension from his body, and rose slowly, drawn by the silent call of the canyon. A sense of quiet purpose filled him, not a driven, urgent feeling, but a calm, patient knowing that the path he sought was waiting. He began his exploration by first walking along the base of the canyon walls, tracing the path worn by centuries of wind and water. He ran his fingers along the smooth, cool stone, noticing the intricate patterns etched into the surface, some deep and ancient, others as fine and delicate as the veins of a leaf. He discovered a series of hand-carved symbols on one section of the wall, swirling and looping shapes that seemed to pulse with a quiet energy. He traced each symbol with a feather, feeling the ancient touch beneath his fingertips, and wondered what tales they held. The gentle sounds of dripping water, previously only a faint whisper, began to grow stronger as he moved further into the canyon. It was a delicate, rhythmic sound, like a soft melody played on unseen instruments. He followed the sound, drawn by its soothing rhythm, his footsteps light and measured, careful not to disturb the tranquility of the space. The canyon seemed to be awakening around him, with gentle breezes stirring the leaves of small shrubs and wildflowers, each movement a soft rustle like a whispered greeting, detail a stroke of nature's brush, and the sounds a gentle melody that washed over him, soothing him with each echoing note. He let his hands trail along the walls as he walked, feeling the coolness of the stone and the gentle vibration of the water moving through it. He observed the soft green moss that clung to the rocks, their velvety textures inviting him to run his fingers over them. He imagined the tiny creatures that lived within these mossy havens, living in harmony with the gentle flow of nature, and felt a profound sense of interconnectedness with all living things. He walked on, feeling the soft breeze against his skin and listening to the gentle sounds of the canyon. He had no sense of urgency, allowing his feet to take him wherever they may lead, knowing that the path to the hidden waterfall was as important as the destination itself. He felt a peaceful sense of anticipation building within him, a gentle excitement for the soft embrace of the water to come, as the whispers of the waterfall's song grew ever louder, guiding him further into the heart of the whispering canyons. Chapter 3: The Luminous Pool. The air grew noticeably cooler and damper as Silas rounded a bend in the canyon path, the soft murmur of flowing water now a clear, gentle melody. A sense of serene anticipation filled him, a quiet knowing that he was close to his destination. He emerged into a secluded clearing, and there, before him, was the hidden waterfall cascading down the canyon wall into a pool of crystal-clear water that glowed with a soft internal light. The sight was breathtaking, and a profound sense of calm settled over him. The waterfall was not a torrent of rushing water, but a gentle cascade that flowed like a silken veil, each drop creating tiny, shimmering ripples on the surface of the pool. The water seemed to pulse with a soft, warm light, its luminous glow illuminating the surrounding area, casting gentle shadows that danced on the canyon walls. The sound of the falling water was a soothing lullaby, a steady rhythm that resonated deep within his bones, washing away any lingering tension or unease. The pool itself was encircled by smooth, moss-covered stones, their surfaces worn smooth by time and water, their varying shapes creating a natural border around this tranquil oasis. Lush ferns and wildflowers grew along the edges of the pool, their delicate leaves and petals reflecting the soft light, creating a vibrant tapestry of color and texture. Silas felt as though he had stumbled into a hidden sanctuary, a secret place where nature had woven her own magic. He approached the pool slowly, drawn by its serene beauty, each step deliberate and mindful. He reached out a hand and touched the cool, smooth surface of the water, the gentle current caressing his fingertips. The water felt alive, vibrant, and yet deeply calming, as if it were resonating with the very rhythm of the earth. He noticed that fine mist hung in the air, cooling his skin and carrying the fresh, clean scent of moss and water lilies. He sat down on one of the large flat stones at the edge of the pool, taking a moment to fully absorb the scene before him. He watched the way the light played upon the water's surface, creating shimmering patterns that shifted and danced, feeling the gentle breeze on his skin. He allowed his eyes to soften, absorbing the scene before him and feeling the gentle vibrations all around him. He felt a quiet sense of wonder, a profound gratitude for this hidden place of beauty and peace, and he knew that he had found the solace he had been seeking. He slowly began to remove his boots, taking his time, careful not to make a sound, letting each movement be guided by the gentle rhythm of the water. He took a deep, cleansing breath, feeling the cool air fill his lungs, and then exhaled softly, releasing any remaining tension. He stood at the edge of the pool for a moment, letting the luminous water gently swirl around his ankles. He felt a soft, comforting embrace as he stepped into the pool, each movement slow and deliberate. The water was cool and soothing against his skin, and he felt a deep sense of connection to the natural world as he waded deeper into its embrace. He noticed the gentle sounds of the water as it cascaded down, soft yet profound in its symphony. Silas allowed himself to float gently on the surface, feeling the gentle currents pull him back and forth as he let out a gentle sigh of content. The soft light of the pool enveloped him, and he felt his body begin to soften and relax, his mind quieting with each passing moment. The luminous pool welcomed him, offering a soft, gentle embrace. And in that moment, he knew he had found not only a place of rest, but a source of deep inner peace. Chapter 4. Immersed in Serenity. Silas floated in the luminous pool, the gentle currents cradling him like a soft, comforting blanket. The water enveloped him completely, its cool, smooth texture a welcome balm to his skin. He closed his eyes, allowing the soft sounds of the waterfall to wash over him, feeling each gentle cascade resonate within his very being. He felt weightless, as if he was suspended between the earth and sky, completely at peace within this secluded oasis. The soft internal light of the pool seemed to penetrate him, caressing his skin with a gentle, healing warmth. He felt any remaining tension in his body begin to dissolve, releasing its hold and drifting away like leaves on a gentle stream. His muscles relaxed, his breath slowed, and his mind quieted. The thoughts that had once occupied his mind now fading into a peaceful stillness. He allowed the gentle waves to move him, swaying softly with the rhythm of the water as he embraced this moment of absolute serenity. As he floated, he noticed that the water seemed to pulse with a soft, gentle rhythm, a subtle vibration that seemed to align with the beating of his own heart. It was as if the pool was breathing, alive and vibrant, and he was connected to this ancient energy, moving in harmony with the natural world around him. The experience was profoundly soothing, a reminder of the deep interconnectedness of all living things. He imagined each drop of water as a soothing melody, each ripple as a gentle whisper of rest. He turned his face towards the soft light, feeling its gentle warmth upon his skin. The luminous glow of the pool enveloped him, creating a feeling of comfort and peace, as if he were being embraced by the very essence of tranquility. He felt a deep sense of contentment, a profound sense of belonging, and he knew that he had found a place where he could truly rest, where his spirit could be nourished and renewed. He allowed his thoughts to drift freely, like clouds passing across a peaceful sky. He did not try to control them or push them away, but simply observed them with gentle curiosity, noticing each thought as it arose and allowing it to pass without judgment. He found a quiet joy in this stillness, in this space where time seemed to slow to a gentle rhythm, and he felt deeply connected to himself, a gentle homecoming. He stretched out his arms, feeling the water ripple around them, the gentle movement a soft caress upon his skin. He imagined the water as a soothing balm, healing his body and mind, restoring his strength and his spirit. He felt a profound sense of gratitude for this hidden sanctuary, a place where he could be truly himself, where he could rest, restore, and renew. He allowed the gentle rhythm of the waterfall to guide his breath, inhaling slowly and deeply, feeling the coolness of the air fill his lungs, and exhaling gently, releasing any remaining tension or stress. Each breath was a wave of serenity washing over him, leaving behind only peace and calm. He lingered in the moment, embracing the feeling of weightlessness and letting go into the gentle pull of the water. As the minutes drifted by, Silas felt his body become even more relaxed, his mind more serene. He felt as if he were melding with the pool itself, becoming one with the luminous water and the ancient stones that surrounded it. The gentle sound of the waterfall, the soft light of the pool, the cool touch of the water all combined to create a truly immersive experience of tranquility, a moment of perfect serenity that would remain with him long after he left the Whispering Canyons. Chapter 5. The Journey Within. Silas emerged from the luminous pool, feeling refreshed and revitalized, not only in body but in spirit. The soft light of the late afternoon sun cast a gentle glow over the clearing, painting the canyon walls in hues of warm gold and amber. He felt a deep sense of gratitude for the healing embrace of the water, a profound understanding of the peace he had found within the heart of the Whispering Canyons. He knew that the waterfall's power was not just in its physical properties, but in its ability to guide him towards a deeper connection to his inner self. He walked slowly toward the edge of the pool, the cool water rippling softly around his ankles, and sat down on one of the flat, smooth stones. He took a moment to gently dry himself with his worn cloth, taking his time, each movement slow and deliberate. He felt a deep sense of contentment, a quiet joy in the simple act of caring for himself, his body light and refreshed. He knew that the peace he had found here would accompany him on his journey. He carefully began to gather his belongings, packing them with a renewed sense of purpose, each movement mindful and deliberate. He rolled up his blanket, feeling the soft texture between his fingers, and carefully placed it into his bag. He then picked up his cartographer's tools, each one familiar and comforting, a reminder of his dedication to his craft, but now infused with a newfound sense of balance and perspective. As he moved through the clearing, he paused to observe the subtle details around him, the way the soft breeze rustled the leaves of the ferns, the gentle murmur of the waterfall, the delicate scent of wildflowers, and the soft light reflecting from the smooth ancient stones. He felt as though he was taking a piece of this tranquil place with him, carrying its peace within his heart as he observed the fine mist that hung lightly in the air. He walked back along the path he had taken, noticing the hand-carved symbols on the canyon walls with a deeper sense of understanding. The swirling pattern seemed to tell a story of balance and harmony, of the interconnectedness of all living things, and he felt a kinship with the ancient artists who had created them. He knew that the wisdom of the canyon would continue to guide him long after he left its embrace. The gentle sounds of the canyon seemed to grow softer as he moved closer to the entrance, the rustling of leaves and the distant calls of birds accompanying him like a soft melody. He paused at the mouth of the canyon, taking a deep breath of the fresh, cool air, letting his gaze wander over the familiar, yet ever-changing desert landscape. He felt a profound sense of appreciation for the beauty and peace of the whispering canyons, and knew that he would carry its essence with him on his ongoing journeys. He looked back one last time, his gaze lingering on the soft light that shimmered from the waterfall, feeling the gentle embrace of the place within his heart as he prepared to embark on the next chapter of his life. He knew that he could return to this sanctuary whenever he needed to renew his spirit and reconnect with the calm within himself, and that the gentle strength he had found here would be a constant companion. With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit renewed, Silas turned and began his journey back into the desert, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of soft pink and gold. He walked with a light step, his heart filled with a newfound sense of serenity, carrying with him the soft embrace of the hidden waterfall and the promise of peace that lay within.